I am. We'll do the clap sync and a marker. Okay. Ready? Right. 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh, got it. That was it.
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the
Clueless
internet, cyberspace, set free. Hello, virtual reality.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the
Clueless
internet.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Clueless Internet podcast, episode 18.5. It is currently week 5, 6, 7.
Hello. Welcome to... Oh, sorry. Hello.
It's currently one of those weeks of the lockdown. I'm your host Alex. I'm joined once again by my co-host Howard. We're still alive.
When am I?
We're still making it. When are you? Week 17. You're in the future.
I see.
We're back with another week of facts, fakes, and sorry, no, we're not.
No.
We're not. We're back with just us and.
Get my hopes up.
I know. Well, one day we'll see episode 19 pop up again on our list of episodes. Hopefully, one day. I need to put some work into that episode. I've been avoiding it. But we don't have any specific. Well, I suppose we have some specific notes, but just not the regular scheduled note. Well, I suppose this is a regular scheduled one now. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent. We're going to start off this episode as every episode we're probably going to do with the good old coronavirus. But Howard, there's a difference to this one. Is actually I've kind of to kick off everything. I've kind of just got good stories to do with the coronavirus, if that's sort of possible.
No, I refuse to believe it is.
We have officially surpassed 1.5 million people being recovered.
Where did they go?
Unfortunately, they shot to space. So you recover, but you get a one-way trip to Mars. Unfortunately, that's the caveat to this. So watch out! Don't recover. Basically, no. Please recover. Please recover.
Come back.
But yeah, so 1.5 million people have recovered. I think it's roughly about 300,000 people have died. So it's a better than nothing ratio, I suppose.
Well, I think we still haven't hit have we hit some? I don't think it's like one of the worst things to have happened yet in history. Like we're nowhere near there yet, but it's still shit.
It's a pretty horrible time, as it has changed our way of life more than I would say anything else specifically our history, I suppose, in our lifetime.
This has never happened.
Definitely.
Not in my lifetime.
This has never happened. Although, let me just say, without the virus, could we do it again maybe in a few years? Could we just maybe have a lockdown? Let's make a fake virus.
I say do a month's lockdown every year just to, if anything, help, the Earth recover some of its life.
Some of its natural beauty.
Yeah, well, you've seen, pictures of, the skies over Los Angeles and China and stuff, and it's like, holy shit, that you can see the sky.
There's a sun? Yeah, oh god, there's just walking along sort of canals near to us, I've actually been able to see fish in them. I just thought it was brown water with nothing in there but a shopping trolley, but no, there's fish in water. Who would have known? The
fish, probably.
No, I don't think they even knew it was that murky. They're probably like, Jesus, where am I?
This is where are Dudley?
Redacted. So my next one is Bethesda donating. The good old Bethesda, who sort of fucked up Fallout 76 and then are redeeming themselves, I suppose. I've heard recently. It's not too bad of a game anymore, have donated $1 million to the COVID-19. I did put in my notes that Bethesda donates $1 million to COVID-19. It's not that. It's to the relief. Trust me, they're not that evil. They're not EA.
They're not trying to make Fallout the theme park world.
Oh my god.
On
It's all a
second
plot.
thoughts.
We'll take that 1 million back. They've donated 50% of that direct to relief efforts around the country and stuff like that. They've donated 25% to UNICEF and 25% to local COVID-19 relief efforts. So, well done there, guys. And
very
sort
well
of my
done.
last one.
Yes.
Is to all the wonderful NHS staff that have been working tirelessly around the clock to support this country. And I've got something to say about the 8 o'clock clap as well in a second, but just thank you to all the NHS staff from both of us and from all over the country. You have kept us going. You have been our stiff upper lip, I suppose, of the British
Ow.
way. It really hurts, and there's so many people on my upper lip.
It's really stiff.
I did see that, this sort of wraps it into games, because we all love games. There's a Games for Carers thing online. I think if you just type in Games for Carers, it'll come up. And there's 85,000 games available to NHS staff. I'm not sure the procedure to actually get the games. I think you've just got to prove that you're actually an NHS staff worker.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I couldn't find a list of the games, unfortunately, because I wanted to say oh yeah, shit, there's FIFA or whatever
Not for
Xbox
you.
games, but I did find out that they have brands such as EA, Codemasters, Konami, Jagex, Media Molecule, Xbox, and Team 17. As I say, I'm not 100% sure what platform or anything these games are on. I'm assuming you can just redeem some on different different platforms like PlayStation, Xbox, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you know anyone that is in the NHS, or you yourself are in the NHS, and you find out a list of these games, please do let us know at podcast@cluelessinter.net. That would be very much appreciated. So,
Yes.
Howard, now that we've got the good things out of the coronavirus out of the way,
Time for all the terrible things.
shall we hop over across the pond to our good friends in America, who recently have...
What do they want?
Well, they have more or less been against the coronavirus, specifically the lockdown. I've got a video for you if you want to.
Just flat out. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, just wait until you watch this video. I might play all of it. It's kind of a shortish video. It's about 8 minutes, but this is the American reaction to the coronavirus over the past week or so.
Why is that doing? Hold on. If I do
Should I
that.
try it again?
There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working before.
Did you hear that guy just scream?
Yeah. I don't know why that wasn't working before.
We shall go back. Do you want to just watch the whole thing, then we'll cut it out, and then we can just talk about it after, or?
Yeah, I'll maybe play some or I'll just play your favourite bits. If you want to skip through, feel free.
Oh, Howard, this 8-minute clip is gold. All of it. Freedom! She had a Nazi flag.
She did. Good to know we're in America. Oh, well. Why is she screaming at Will Ferrell?
How many? Well, you tell me. 3 or 4.
Oh, that's
Because
not
he made the coronavirus.
How many? I don't know. Well, maybe you ought to find out. You're in the media, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm independent.
You're independent what?
Independent
Media.
Me and this guy-
Independent what, dude? I mean, come on.
Independent government
I ought to kick your ass.
for my constitution.
Never mind, look at this. It's a big truck.
Oh
Everybody
my
run
goodness.
with your flags.
American! They're lying about the death tolls.
I will take a chance.
Death tolls.
Coronavirus.
The death tolls.
Better than.
We're going to need about 50,000 of you to die tomorrow.
Yeah,
This is the toll
That'll
we
probably
pay.
make up the quota.
I want you to understand. This is China's wet dream to hurt our nation. It's their wet dream.
China's wet dream.
They're coming for us. Oh shit, he's got it.
Freedom! Freedom!
Freedom!
I do. I'm a type A lawyer, and I'm bouncing off the walls of my living room because I can't go out. California. not
I'm enslaved. You could even compare it to slavery.
Do it! Somebody
Oh god.
yes! Cough directly in your face!
Someone shit down his throat.
No, wait, I never did put on hand sanitizer ever. And I
never put on a sanitizer.
I never do no washing of my feet.
We're looking at a seasonal flu and a bunch of fake death numbers. Go ahead, America. Touch your face. Go out and have sex and don't worry
With
about
your
I mean, this
face.
guy's more compelling than Pete Buttigieg.
everything. It makes your immune system stronger. I used to be afraid of raw eggs and raw meat, and now I drink raw eggs and I eat raw meat, and I have been for years, and I'm fucking fine.
He's not scared of raw meat anymore, ladies and gentlemen. He is the true. He has
I'm
ascended.
completely fine, apart from all of these lesions in my brain.
I only have 3 restrictions, dude.
They're too scared to even cough when you ask them to.
We don't have a civil right to be immortal.
Guy's a
If only the
fucking
healthy people
nutshot.
are
Wait, what?
okay, and the people who are at risk get ill. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? I mean, we are teaching fear. Not
I mean, kill me now!
How big is that earpiece that he's got on as well? Jesus.
Oh, that's
It's
not an
bigger than him.
earpiece. That's the tiny cannon.
I bet say that's a missile launcher aimed on China.
Political science. We have to be able to protect our posterity.
Prostitution.
My prostate, help!
He's got coronavirus.
This guy's just shut
Incentivize
himself.
yourself to be on jury duties.
I think he's on something.
I can't surf and they're swell. There's perfect barrels and no one out.
So this guy, I'll pause it there. This guy's sign says, he says, I want to surf, I just want to jam, let me live in my damn van. Because he can't live in his damn van, apparently.
It's like the wave. It's a wave. Yeah, there's swell coming, so that means there's gonna be big waves.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be a big wave.
So big, dude.
Have you seen my yellow toenails? Oh.
Well, everyone's accusing everybody of everything, so I want
Everything.
all day, please.
So what's this sign mean?
It means my family helped build the Underground Railroad. Just like this.
She said that so nonchalantly, just like the
You know,
Italians.
I don't know.
Government issues.
Hammers and things.
Time to stand up against the government. It wasn't
Look at that government. I'm gonna step on it.
I'm gonna build a railroad through the government.
Fuck the government, my man.
Plan. Keep asking questions.
Oh,
Look at
shit.
That
Here
guy has
here
a
come the
Matterhorn.
troops.
Are you standing up, saluting right now?
What are you guys doing?
Blowing the shofar.
Of course.
It's like a spiritual.
Why would I not be? Look at this guy in the
You
background.
insane.
What they use to bring down the walls of Jericho. Even though we're not trying to bring the walls down here, we just want to get their attention.
I'm on Instagram live right now, bro. We're gonna be live right now.
We're gonna be live right now, but not like yesterday, like now.
Like right now.
How's it going, man?
So we're baking a stroopwafel.
I'm an essential worker.
Recipe from the Netherlands.
Have you seen my hat?
Waffles are an essential service.
It's
I'm
essential.
essential.
Define essential.
Are you essential?
Essential.
Yeah, what's your definition?
What's your definition?
My definition of essential. Of course, you can do without stroopwafels and you can live. You can eat oatmeal every day exclusively. So then the oatmeal supply chain is the only essential one.
Fuck yeah. The oatmeal supply chain, as long as that's still going.
Essential means whatever I decide is essential.
California for Trump! COVID-19 is nothing more than a common cold.
A commie cold.
It's just a commie cold from directions, dear.
Favorite movie, Empire Strikes Back. But V for Vendetta is in my top 10. This is the first rap I've ever seen of this.
I've got nothing against. I've got nothing
She
against
fucking
these
got
people.
him, dude. She got him.
I've got nothing against these people. You do you. But when you're just like standing there in the face, being like, it doesn't exist, and then a few weeks later you're like, I might be dying, and then expect people to have sympathy. It's like, no, fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
You're not invincible. No one is.
Just take it. I mean, the thing that gets me is it's not about their lives. It's about people who they could infect.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know the truth,
yeah.
though, about Donald
But who gives a shit? The waves, bruh.
I think Donald Trump fucking sucks big dick.
I love his broad shoulders. He's carrying the weight of the world. How could any of us withstand what he's been put through?
I applaud President Trump for having talked about hydrochloroquine as a real solution.
I can talk to you about 5G and 60 gigahertz and what it's going to mimic.
Yay, 5G.
To speak through me, to fix
There he is, the only one with sense.
Tyranny!
Okay, we see someone else here that is speaking too.
The first thing I have to say is I can still see the cars coming over the bridge.
You know what that means? Cars are still driving.
Cars still do things.
And at the next stop it was 9 cars. And then it was 20 cars. And then it was 30 cars. And then it was 50 cars. And then we pulled up over here.
Oh my god, there are so many people.
Look at all them chickens.
My daughters are really sick. And they can't be around all your cell phones because of 5G.
And there it is.
And
there
there's
it
all
is.
the cell phones.
My kids are really sick, so I'm going to shake your hands, but not bring them here because of 5G. I don't think you do know your rights, man.
I like this guy though. He's good. Was he the only one wearing a mask in that video?
Probably the only one wearing one worth wearing.
This has nothing to do with them controlling people. This has everything to do with us trying to keep these guys safe. And if they don't want to be safe, Darwin will handle the rest. I'm not interested in hearing what somebody who got a 1.3 GPA at a public high school has to say about my job. So, no. I've been at Harvard.
Oh, I've been at Harvard, but I'm out here with thousands and thousands of people spreading a disease. So this guy is on YouTube. He's called All Gas No Brakes, and he does this kind of video on so many different things. Like he's done one on the Area 51 raids. He did one at a
There's no shortage of assholes to film.
Honestly, there is not. Like, I think he did one at like sort of a self conference where it's sort of like the stereotypical I see through my third eye and see emotions in people's auras sort of talk.
I see him in their buttholes.
And the guy's just, I think he talks to some guy and he's sort of like that. And he's like, how many times were you on acid when you saw Jesus in yourself? And he was like, the first time. The second time? No.
And
the third
every time after
yeah.
that.
Yeah, every time. I did have another video of the lockdown protest, but honestly, for audio listeners, it's probably horrible. It's probably horrible because it's just a lot of people honking horns and shouting. But so that is a summary. A lot of golden sound bites, might I add, from that video.
Beautiful.
That's pretty much all I've got in the way of coronavirus
I
this
want
week.
that video to wake me up in the morning.
You want just an 8-minute alarm?
Yeah. I won't be in bed very long. I'll just be up, just furious, just punching holes through walls. Ah! Why do they? Why?
You just have the sound. And then, make America free again! Bring us back together. So, as I say, yeah, that's all I've got on coronavirus this week. I have got some interesting stuff on video games, as we have every week. Oh, we always love talking about video games, don't we?
Oh, yes.
The Last of Us 2 leaked recently. Well, I say recently. It was like 2-3 weeks. 2
All
weeks ago.
over the floor. Bloody disgusting.
All over the place. And so it was. I haven't got very notes on this. I know, Howard, you know a bit more about this than me, but it was just cutscenes and sort of major spoilers being leaked, basically.
Essentially, large sections of cutscenes and stuff. Essentially, apparently there has been streams of gameplay as well. Because essentially, one of the things we know is a hard fact is the people who I'm inclined to believe the story that it wasn't an employee and that it was a hacker, because Naughty Dog admitted that they had lost a terabit of data before they found the exploit.
Fuck.
Which means they could have easily downloaded several test builds in
definitely
time.
Oh my god, terabytes.
So
you could download like 10 Red Dead Redemption 2s for that.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if people have actually streamed at least like large portions of the game, if not on like a regular streaming platforms, on less known platforms. There's no limit to what you can do on Discord in private streams and stuff, so
very true
and videos are turning up online and stuff like that, so they must be coming from somewhere.
Just be careful where you look, basically.
Like, be super careful. Like, I was on Twitter, and just anything game related, there's a collection of people out there who just want to spoil it for as many people as possible now. There are legitimate reasons. Like, I have seen some of the spoilers. There are legitimate reasons to be maybe upset with the story and stuff, but
without giving it away, no spoilers.
Yeah. But to take it to that level, where it's like, I'm sorry, what? Who are you
to ruin
to decide,
the experience for someone else?
Who are you to decide what people are going to think of the game? Like, no, that's fuck you. You don't have that right. Well, I mean, you have the right to do whatever you want, but at the same time, you don't have like. No, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but the people who do it disgust me. Yeah, fuck you.
Unfortunately, what these people, I think, wanted to do was sort of dissuade people from buying the game by releasing all of these spoilers and ruining the experience for people and angering people, etc., etc.
There is a subset of people who want Naughty Dog to lose money on this. They want it to fail, essentially, like monetarily, not like they actually have like a hate boner for it.
It doesn't surprise me, but let me just say to you, Naughty Dog, as my personal guarantee, that this has actually made me want to pre-order it instead of just buying it normally, because the outrage at something is what drives me to a game. I love it when games companies like film companies, anything like that, take the bold step of pissing people off. So let me just say, you've guaranteed my purchase even more so than before by pissing people off.
You need to be super careful, because I didn't go looking for it doesn't bother me too much with spoilers. I can still enjoy something even after it's been spoiled, especially if it's only minor details. It's like, well, I wanted to see the minutiae of how that happens, but it is everywhere. Like, I wasn't looking for it. I was in innocuous places on Twitter, games, threads, posts. You don't have to just avoid Naughty Dog and PlayStation. You have to kind of avoid everything, because there are people attacking specifically Naughty Dog and Sony posts on social media, but just game stuff in general. You go down through the comments, you will find people will be posting picture spoilers and stuff. Like, they don't have to post any words. They can spoil the game for you in about 2 pictures. Not the whole game, but they can spoil things about the game for you in about 2 pictures. Oh, that's all it took for me. And then I was like, well, I know some pretty big things just from those pictures.
Fuck. So that's a word of warning. Be careful when they announce the design of the PlayStation.
Don't go looking. Maybe just mute all video game stuff from your social media.
Yeah,
or at least don't go looking in the comments. Just don't go looking in comments. Look at all the posts. Don't go looking in the comments. You will find some cunt who has just posted a spoiler.
Look at all the top level tweets, top level posts. Don't go too deep. In YouTube, probably stick to the first 3 or 4 comments, because they are usually just memes, and then below that is just no man's land. I mean, this whole, first with the coronavirus making me avoid all human contact, now this making me avoid all comment contact. It's I'm feeling very isolated lately.
It's all a secret government plot.
It is a secret government plot. I think this is the Chinese government leaking these rumours.
Oh, what if you were right? Oh, that'd be so cool.
I know a way how to ruin America.
That's how they wage the war.
Yeah, just the President Trump is just a really Last of Us fan, and he's just fuck and just sends the nukes. I was gonna say a pretend spoiler, but I don't want to muddy the water. But out of this, people found. I've got a few little. Okay, so let me just set the record straight. We are very Sony and PlayStation biased, I would say, on this podcast currently, because we are both PlayStation 4 owners and are very much looking forward to. Full
disclosure, the only consoles I've really owned have always been Sony ones. I've played others. I've played 360. I've played the N64. I've played all the other consoles, but I've only ever owned the Sony ones. PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. I've always been a Sony boy, but at the same time, I'm not like a fanboy. I see the worth of other consoles, especially Nintendo. God, I love Nintendo.
So any hate mail can go to Howard, because I had an original Xbox and a 360, and then the PlayStation 4 made me switch over. So I've got perspective on both, so no one can hate me. Basically, that's the rules of the internet, right? Right?
I hate you.
Everyone just starts hating me instead. So yeah, just I suppose just a disclaimer. But this time, Howard, we have a huge Xbox section, which I'll be moving on to after I've talked about the Sony section, because I wanted to put them first. So from this whole Last of Us 2 leaks and stuff like that being sent out, and to extremely avoid them, there was a Sony patent that was found for an anti-spoiler software, which sounded interesting. It was patented in 2018, making me believe that this may be something that they are looking at for the PlayStation 5. It's supposed to be a cross-platform spoiler block service, which... So it takes note of how... this is apparently how it's supposed to work. I have got an article for you here, which I will copy the link to and send it to you. Apparently, it's supposed to take note of where you are in a game, and then it blocks any content, including trophies, screenshots, and anything really that contains spoilers. Now, from the cross-platform part of this, it makes me think that any app within the PlayStation sphere, like YouTube, Twitch, anything like that, it will sort of... I'm gonna guess we'll give you like a blurred thumbnail, and like just the title will be Last of Us 2 spoilers or Spider-Man spoilers or something if you are not past that point in the game. I don't know how that would work. Maybe they just look for a certain frame straight after a cutscene in the video feed, so like the last scene, the last shot of a cutscene that has major spoilers or something, if that's shown on the screen at any point, it will just automatically add that to your spoiler list, maybe, which is how I'm thinking this may work.
Oh, I assumed it was magic.
That's how I assumed it, but then I was crushed by the Industrial Revolution. And so my next one is that there's an interesting store feature that may be part of the PlayStation 5, and it is quite reminiscent of how Stadia runs its games. It's being able to play a demo instantly on the store. I did have a link for this. I may have accidentally deleted it.
So are they going to kind of incorporate the technology that PlayStation Now uses?
I think so, just so that you can play a short demo of a game. So then you can play. Cool. It may be sort of like the PlayStation Now, you just get to hop in for 10 minutes. They may have just like temporary servers or something. You get 10 minutes at the start or the middle or something of a game, and it lets you decide whether you want to play it or not. This is obviously just a rumor, so don't put any stock in this or anything, but it sounds fucking interesting. So just to finish off the PlayStation thing, I heard this quite a while ago, just weirdly, that, you know, I don't know did I mention blockchain before in a previous podcast? Do you remember?
I think you did, yes.
Oh, okay. I've already talked about that then. Never mind. It's cool. Go back and listen to that podcast, whichever episode it was.
18 point what? Something. Go.
4 or 3. Listen to them all, probably. That's probably your best bet of gaining all of my knowledge. Now, Howard, we're past the Sony section of this podcast. We are now on to a much anticipated from across the globe. This is anticipated, I promise you. We are moving on to our Xbox Series X. We're doing some Xbox content for once. Now, there was a showcase on the 7th of May, which you may have heard about because I told you not to watch anything about it.
And I didn't.
Here is the video. I will put it in that video sharing thingamajig that I've lost. There we go. I found it. So, I've got a few timestamps for you. Would you like me to read out all the names of the games that were listed? Because there were 13. Or do you want me to just run through the selected trailers?
I'm interested in wondering why they had to apologise for this. That's the only thing that I know about it, is that they had to apologise.
You may see why. You may see. Although when I was watching it back, I was like, I can't see why as much, I would say. All right, are you ready? So this is the first trailer. Or not? It's going to take me straight to the back. There we go. Here's the first trailer.
There we go. So what we got here?
So you're jumping onto a dock, which is where you can hear a lot of water sounds.
Yes. Just punch someone square in the spine.
Just like probably ruin their life.
Do a little bit of
I think
light
shooting's
parkour.
Probably worse. Now notice how beautiful this game kind of looks.
It does look very nice.
I can't tell if there's ray tracing on.
The shading does look a bit like it is using that. Ooh. I think it is actually, yeah.
So you can freeze somebody in the air with a magical whip out of your left arm, apparently. So there's elements of shooting and melee combat, and
this reminds me of like a Crisis game.
Yes, it does.
Like
it does give me
Blood
Crisis
Dragon
vibes. Oh yeah, kind of. Blood Dragon, wasn't that Far Cry?
Yeah. Oh, a DeLorean. Nice.
Oh, it does look like a DeLorean, actually. And there's also first-person driving as well.
I think... Is this not made by the same people as Far Cry?
No.
It looked very
No,
Far
it is
Cry.
not. So, it's made by these people. Fyoid. FYQD Studio. And so that is Bright Memory Infinite. That is actually made
cool.
by one person. That game was made by one person, apparently, either in China or Japan. One of them, I think.
At least like AA quality.
I mean, it could be, but it was just made by one person. So that was the first one. I don't know what software they were using to make that game. Actually, it may have been at the start somewhere. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was it's either been made by one person or it was started by one person and then picked up by a studio. I'm not sure on the thing. You can watch this. You can watch this video, like this whole conference and stuff, at cluelessinter.net, because some of the descriptions for these podcasts are a bit funny. So that was the first one. The next one was Dirt 5 racing game. Did look nice, didn't look hella interesting. So this
didn't look like
is
it
the
had
next one.
evolved the Dirt series.
It's cars.
It's a dirt game
going around the track. It did look pretty though. I will give them that.
Yeah.
It did look very good with the technology. But this is our second game. Oh no! It keeps taking me back. Here is our second game.
Ebb Software.
EBB. EBB. So here may be a first sort of glimpse at why people were a bit upset at this conference, would it be, or video live stream? It looks very creepy.
Oh, this is based on the artwork of H.R. Geiger. Is this an Alien game?
No, I can.
This is clearly H.R. Geiger's artwork. This is clearly like the same people who did like all the Alien artwork and stuff.
Looks very mechanical, doesn't it? It does remind me a lot of the Alien work. Very weird.
No, yeah, this entire thing is H.R. Geiger. If you've never seen his artwork, at some point go look up his artwork. This is all.
Is that sort of the same thing when people describe like H.P. Lovecraft and stuff?
Yeah, I have a feeling they may have actually had to get rights to use visuals like this close.
It does look like everything looks sort of organically mechanical.
Well, there's a bar in Germany called the H.R. Geiger. I think it's just a bar or restaurant where every single piece of interior is designed by him, and it looks like this. It's like an organic room. It's really creepy to stand in.
Oh man, you'll have to get a link up for that for me.
Yeah, this looks weird, but it's not offending me. This is if you're not a fan of H.R. Geiger's artwork, maybe, but otherwise, this just looks beautiful.
It's not the actual. It's not the actual thing that got people upset. It's not the actual like game itself. You may know later. I will explain to you later anyway, but I'll just see if you can try and guess why people are a bit upset. Because it's not just this game; it's the whole conference. Ugh. So that was Scorn. That
just looked cool. Everything about that was great, but I'm a fan of Geiger, so everything about that was just brilliant.
It does look very cool. So, my next
if I was in live stream at the moment, I'd be like, hang on, why are people getting upset?
So this far in, I don't think many people were at this point, so we'll carry on, because I can just carry straight on into the next one.
World premiere.
World premiere. This is the No Man's Sky update. No, it's not.
We have overcome. Now we live in an age of unprecedented peace.
It looks like an extremely cool-looking dogfight game.
It looks like a game that came out not long ago on a bit anyway. We'll see.
It doesn't look crazily impressive, graphic-wise.
No, this looks like a AA. It looks good, though.
Oh, that facial expression looked pretty good.
Looks like it could be good. We will see. The problem with space games is that it's hard to get a space game right.
Yeah. Hello Games knows.
Oh, yes.
This ends with us.
So that was, I don't know, Chorvs Rises what?
Corvus.
Sev.
Music was sounding a little bit Avengers there at the end.
I think a lot of songs unfortunately sound quite Avengers when it's like that. So the next one was Madden 21, but we all know what American football looks like at this point. So this is our next one. A nice happy Christmas scene. Kind of.
This looks like something from a Joker movie.
Now, so what are the first vibes you're getting from this?
Fallout-y.
Yes, I can see that.
Kind of.
It is a sequel. I'll let you know. It is a sequel.
Bioshock-ish. Very Bioshock-ish.
No.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not Bioshock. Let's see if you can guess it. Yeah, it is a sequel
I'm going by themes, but...
Oh, okay.
I don't know otherwise.
I can definitely see the Bioshock influence in there, I suppose, if there was any.
Looks like it could be Condemned.
The hair animation on that woman wasn't the greatest. See, this looks current gen. I think this may have been a slightly reason that people were a little bit upset as well.
Yeah, that's another reason why I said Fallout. It looks a bit dated.
Yes, it does look a little bit dated. The lighting looks really good, though, I have to admit.
I have no idea what this is a sequel of. It's nothing I played, I don't think.
No, probably not. I've just picked sort of the most interesting trailers from this video conference. Perhaps not the best games, but just the most interesting trailers.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It looks like it... is it that darkness thing? It looks like so many games, I must be honest.
Now,
looks like
I thought that it was the sequel to
Darkness.
Vampire.
Never played that either.
Neither did I, but it is a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh, I never played it, but I did watch Funhouse play Bloodlines. Okay, that looks like they've gone in a completely different direction from the first one.
And it does look quite good when I look back at the footage from the 2004 game, the Bloodlines 1.
Yeah, obviously that was very
It looks
dated.
very good. But that game has overwhelmingly good reviews, the first one, so I'm sure this one will be well received as well.
Yeah, I can see the aesthetic of it now, and the cartoony style, kind of like, because before it wasn't first person, was it? It was third person, if I remember rightly.
I'm not sure. I didn't play it, unfortunately. I think it was a bit. I don't know. I think it was a bit before my time. At that point, I would have been about 6.
Oh, I haven't played it. I think I
watched
Funhouse play it in like recent years.
So go check that out, Funhouse on YouTube. Funhaus, because it's a very weird spelling. So the next game is Call of the Sea, which is, I'll just show you a tiny little bit while I talk about the next game. It just looks sort of like a walking sim, a very nice looking walking sim, I will give them that, but it looks sort of like the Edith Finch sort of stuff. Then after that there was the Ascension, and that is just a isometric turn-based think XCOM-esque sort of game. It looks like either that or it's a real-time version of that where you control with both of the sticks. I'm not sure, but it's similar to that. So that's the Ascent, sorry, not the Ascension. This game, I'll let it play for you. Looks extremely good, I have to say. Well, this is just cinematic. This is an actual in-game or in-engine footage, I'm pretty sure. This was a very interesting trailer. So just for everyone, all the audio listeners, she's just been scanned for a baby, and now she's in a church. I'm presuming in Russia, because this is a very elaborate church. And now she's running outside with a man smoking a cigarette. This is a very good-looking game. Again, like, the link to this whole conference will be in the description, and that if you want to watch it for yourself, I highly recommend it. Even though people were a bit upset, it's always nice to have a bit of new gaming news.
I'm trying to figure out if this is original content or... Oh yeah, looks original.
The Medium. So yeah, this is the Medium. So for our audio listeners, the church is dissolving into red mist.
Everything's dissolving.
That's that one. And then they do actually show a bit of in-game footage. So this is a bit of in-game footage here. In-engine footage, should I say, actually. And it looks very good.
Oh, is this the same game?
Yes. So on some of these, they talk about them afterwards as well.
No, for even for in-engine, this looks good. As long as
it looks extremely good.
Even if that's like the highest quality parts of the cutscenes, that still looks good. Yeah.
That's incredibly good. Like, it gives me what is that game with the butterfly effect? Until Dawn. It gives me those sort of vibes. So, on to our next one. This is one that I happen to really like the look of.
World premiere.
It may be because I'm playing a hell of a lot of Persona and watching a lot of Dragon Ball that I'm really into anime currently.
To be fair, this looks like a Studio Ghibli kind of.
It does look really good, but it gives me Outer Worlds vibes.
Oh no, yeah, it's getting darker now. Okay.
Oh yeah, God, I can't imagine Studio Ghibli making anything this dark.
No, the opening scene looked really nice, and then it went, oh look, dark things.
Oh look, horrible enemies.
A bit Devil May Cry mixed with Silent Hill.
Now, when you actually see a little bit of gameplay in this, it gives me Sekiro vibes as well. Because I thought that it would be sort of a turn-based game like Persona.
Just by the monster creation alone, I feel like this is going to be more of a hack and slash like Devil May Cry or something.
Yeah, and sort of like Monster Hunter and stuff like that.
I need to see some. Yeah, I need to see some action.
Here we go. It's very limited, but you do see a little bit of action. Now, that action there,
feels
the
a little
frame
bit more
rate
like
was struggling.
Feels a little bit more like that Jedi game, actually.
Oh yes, yes.
Order.
No, you are completely. Yeah, you are right.
Like Sekiro, but more arcadey kind of.
Jumping around, slashing in midair, and
bit less based on stance and more on moving quickly, maybe.
It's a bit, as you say, a bit more arcadey. But throughout some of the little gameplay segments in this, I can see that the frame rate is struggling.
It is, yeah. I don't know what system they're recording on, or it does look good.
It looks extremely good, actually. So that was Scarlet Nexus by Bandai Namco. Our good old friends Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco.
And so the next one that I have for you is Second Extinction Reclaim Earth. I would show you that trailer, but it's just a load of people shooting dinosaurs, and it's it gets very repetitive quite quickly, I'd say. So the next one that I have for you, Howard, is one that I know that you like the series. If you can guess what this is.
Oh, Yakuza.
Yes, the Yakuza series.
Yakuza.
Now, I don't know if this is an Xbox exclusive, or if it's just one that, I don't know, have given Xbox the exclusive rights to show off first.
They do that sometimes. Like, there's a game recently that's been using only Xbox marketing, even though it's coming out on both. Sometimes games just do that.
I think
it would be a good get for Xbox if this is a exclusive, though. Lots of people like the Yakuza series.
And aren't they traditionally only on Sony?
I don't know about traditionally, but they've always been on PlayStation. I remember playing one of the older ones on like PS2.
I will have to play some of these games because we got I think we got one or two for free, didn't we, with the PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, these games are kind of like I love the fighting in them, but at the same time, sometimes I can't stand some of the boring ass chores you got to do in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of side stuff. Oh, I can talk about a little bit of that later on.
But that's something you get in any JRPG or Japanese game. Is you've got to do kind of. They like the kind of
the monotony of things,
everyday life and stuff. Yeah.
That's definitely in a game that I've been playing recently. I shall talk about that later because I want to ask you about a game that you've been playing recently. But this is our last one, Howard. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed?
They save this till last. And this may give you a little bit of an indication why people were a bit upset, I suppose. Now, that smart delivery in the bottom left, I think that means that if you have to buy the game within a certain time frame on the Xbox that you've currently got, and then you can get it for free in a certain time window for the Xbox One, I think, or the Xbox Series X, I think. Or it might be unlimited for the Series X, but you have to buy it within a certain time frame on the Xbox you currently have.
Yeah, I don't think we can do multi-generation games anymore because of backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Which, thank you by the way.
To both consoles.
Yes. I love the idea of them doing sort of Viking storylines. I'm loving it. Ever since God of War, I've been wanting to do more sort of like Greek and Norse mythology and stuff like that, just mixing that up into games.
It's a little bit... They're a little bit late, I'll say that. To hit the fight, because like it's been played out in TV and media and everything to death. Like there was so much like Northern and Norse stuff in like Game of Thrones and everything as well. Like everything in the last few years, in the last decade, has kind of adopted it. It's kind of like the whole overused zombification of everything, where everything was zombies. Now everything is that time period tends to be like that Northern Europe and everything. It's like for me, I just want them to
love it.
For me, I just want them to make a good Assassin's Creed game. I couldn't give a shit where. Like that's the good thing I do like about Assassin's Creed is it can be anywhere. But at the same time, it's like don't throw that at me as a gimmick. It better be a damn good game. Otherwise, I'm going to yet again not buy another Assassin's Creed game. I haven't bought one since. The last one I owned was Revelations, which was a last generation. I haven't.
Yeah.
Like you've got to make a good game. Stop just making the same fucking game over and over again.
I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like this will be a good game anyway, because I've had it before with sort of other game series that have had multiple iterations, and it's just never clocked on my radar. Like even though they were extreme, like God of War and stuff like that were just extremely good games in their own right, and then just the new one popped up, and it was just fuck. That's all it was on my radar. So if this carries on being like that, it keeps being on my radar, even though I've never been interested in Assassin's Creed. I feel like it might be a game worth trying. So. After seeing all of those...
Why were people upset exactly again?
Because this was marketed as a gameplay reveal. Seminar, video conference, live stream, whatever.
Did they sell tickets? Because then it wasn't marketed as anything. No. Then they can say whatever it is. They can call it whatever they want.
So yeah, it was marketed as a gameplay reveal, and they were saying that gameplay was going to be shown of Assassin's Creed Valhalla there, and so people got extremely upset about the fact that there was no gameplay, which I can understand when you've
but at the same time
told people that this is going to be there, and then
this
it's
story
just
happens
not.
every time there's an E3, every time there's a conference. There's always a studio that goes, yeah, totally gameplay, and it's not. It happens all the time. I don't see how this is still a thing where people go, they lied to us. So of course
because
we
always have to think
they're trying to sell you shit.
It's like England in the World Cup. It's like maybe this year, maybe.
But yeah, that happens every year. I thought they'd done something awful.
No, God, no! It wasn't like they didn't kill a child live on.
Stabbed a baby.
No, that would have made the ratings go through the roof. But no, I think it was just the lack of gameplay. But I think that it was. It was marketed.
Both consoles have been kind of stingy on the gameplay footage, though, to be fair.
Very. I mean, did you see Mark Cerny's fucking hour-long seminar about the architecture of the PlayStation? That was a fucking riveting one in comparison to this.
Yeah, if you want the best idea of what the next-gen quality gaming is going to look like, and you don't have a top-of-the-range PC, just go out in there and look at some of like the max settings kind of games that you'll see, and you can kind of see the quality of what your gameplay is going to be.
Yeah,
because the PS5 and the new Xbox are going to essentially run on similar hardware to what's out there now.
Very high-end hardware, might I add. Like, in the last sort of couple of console releases, it's been, the consoles are like pushing sort of what PCs have got, kind of like middle-grade PCs, but this time they are going fucking whole hog on everything that they're doing. Like, a lot of PCs now don't have ray tracing.
Sony said something the other day, or someone at Sony said they want to set fucking graphical benchmarks, and I was like, are you sure you want to say that?
Do you want to fucking benchmark my wallet? Jesus Christ.
No, what PCs exist, that's a very risky thing for any console developer to say that we're going to set graphical benchmarks. It's like, A, you've got to beat your competitor in the console market, and then B, you've got to beat PC, which is
maybe for a month,
which literally changes every day.
Yeah, I'll give you a month. Now, with this video, because even the video says first look at Xbox Series X gameplay, but I think they labeled it wrong, because they're doing one of these every month. They're doing one of these sort of live stream reveals every month. I think they just labeled it wrong. It's essentially what PlayStation and Nintendo do with Nintendo Direct and State of Play.
It's a games reveal.
It's one of those things where they go, there's a new game coming out on the 7th of March, whatever, or the 7th of July. Here's a 3-minute short little clip, but they just announced it wrong.
This is a marketing reel. This is something that the public doesn't necessarily need to see. This is something that you would show to investors in the console, essentially, investors in distribution and stuff. You'd be like, look, or just basically trying to prove to people that, look, we've got the next generation, because obviously we know Xbox, as brilliant as the 360 was, and as to be honest, the Xbox One wasn't a bad console in the end. It started out shit.
Just there was no great exclusives.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it's not a terrible console, but at the same time, they didn't do great.
Yes, it is. We hate it here on the Clueless Internet podcast. Officially, we hate Xbox and everything it stands for.
Yeah, but we know it didn't compete with the PlayStation, so we know that this time round, Xbox want to be on that foot as early as possible. So they're going to do everything. They're going to do inside fucking industry fucking spying, probably, to find out when Sony's going to do this and be like, maybe we should do our reveal now.
Just somebody comes back to the Xbox headquarters and they go, Sony are adding this feature that if you walk past the PlayStation it blows up or something. Put it in the Xbox now. No, I thought this live stream was perfectly fine. I didn't expect anything amazing from it when I heard that there were going to be multiple later in the month. I assumed it was going to be sort of a state of play, which it was. It was just a state of play Nintendo Direct, giving you a little pinch. I'm not complaining at all, Microsoft or Sony. Give me these every single month. I will eat that shit up, because I love any reveal to do with games or gaming or anything like that. With that saying, I want everything gaming wise. That is the end of my gaming section. I have a little bit of a retraction to make from last episode when I went on a bit of a tangent about the OnePlus phones and the iPhone SE. There has been a rumour / leak that there will be a new OnePlus Z phone, which is going to be the more budget version, so their version of the iPhone SE. I think they've sort of held back because they knew this was coming, and then announced it after the fact to sort of gone, why are you offering that? We're going to offer this at like 20% less. The fuck? I think all we really know from this is that there's going to be a punch hole camera in the center, which is, I think, a lot better than to the left. It just makes more symmetrical sense to my brain. There's going to be, I can't remember when I actually wrote this document, but I did put announcement next month, so that might be this month, and that it's supposed to come out in July. And I think I did see something about it being 5G, but I could be completely wrong. And
run away!
That's all I know about.
That means the phone will
it's
give
not
you
like
corona.
I'm ever wrong. I'm never wrong, basically, on this podcast. If you've ever listened to any episode, you'll know that's a lie.
I am the Alpha and the Omega.
I am. And that's all I've got on that one. Have you got anything specifically you want to talk about this week, Howard? I've got 2 more things, but I just want to check in with you because you've been listening to me ramble for quite a while.
I don't think anything major or important has happened. I've got a few. No, I've got a few recommendations for the recommendations section, but I'll wait till we get there.
Okay, well, I've only got 2 more things to talk about. Well, technically 1, because then the next one is a recommendation. Kim Jong-un.
The motherfucker.
As I've been calling him, Kim Jong-un, no, because of this whole media stir-up that's
Kim Jong.
been happening.
Oh, jeez.
Kim Jong, oh God, he's dead.
Not again.
So... we'll start off the timeline. He missed his granddad's birthday on April the 15th, and this did cause quite a stir in North Korea, as this is one of the biggest events in North Korea.
Yeah.
Not the New Year or anything, some guy's birthday.
It's one of the previous leaders, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
it'll be the first leader before Kim Jong Il.
I think it'll be his bloodline's first leader or some
he was the
shit.
Well, in North Korea, you've got the 2, because I've told you this before, in North Korea, their leaders are their gods, they're invincible, they are born on a magic mountain and come down to serve the people. And then when they die...
a lot like me.
Yeah, and when they die, they don't really die, their spirit goes elsewhere, and then their bodies are embalmed and put in a giant building where North Korean citizens have to walk in a parade as they walk around the dead bodies and pay their respects to the embalmed bodies of the previous leaders, of which his granddad would be the originator. But then
so how do I do this?
The leaders
set this up?
The leaders in North Korea don't die, so though Kim Jong-un is in power, the leaders of North Korea are Kim Jong-il and his father as well. So this is why you still see full statues and paintings of them all over North Korea, is because they are very much still there. You have to pay your respects to them. They are. So, like, to miss that, like, if it was anyone else, it's like, oh, he missed his granddad's birthday.
What a prick.
No, to miss this means to miss the leaders. Like, as cool, as brilliant and as wonderful as Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un are, they are not the leader. The leader was the original.
Was their granddad.
Yeah, so like for him to miss this is like, oh shit, he's dead.
Well, that's got to be a bit of an inferiority complex. So yeah, he never missed this ever.
So have you got any? So what do you reckon? Have we heard? The last I heard was someone said he was in a South Korean health clinic or something.
Oh, well, Howard, I do have some I don't want to say exciting information for you. Maybe some damning information, but we'll get to that. So he missed his granddad's birthday. Rest his soul. I don't want to say, oh, God, no, thank you. Then a website ran by North Korean defectors reported that he had cardiovascular problems after visiting Mount Pichu multiple times. Then this led to a huge media storm, and our good old friends in the US started claiming that he was in critical condition after heart surgery.
Yeah.
But then, on Friday the 1st of May, KCNA, I'm assuming a North Korean news outlet, reported that Kim appeared cutting the ribbon for a new fertilizer factory, where the crowds broke into thunderous cheers of hurrah when he showed up. But now I've been seeing a lot of tweets of people like comparing his teeth
Was that
to
a
like
body double? Everyone's been saying that, yeah.
Basically, and our good old friend, someone's friend, Donald Trump, tweeted, "I for one am glad to see he is back and well," with some nice pictures of him there cutting the ribbon to a fertilizer factory, which is exactly what I'd want to do after I came back from the dead.
Oh dear, Mr. Trump.
So as far as we know, he is he's alive, as far as we know. So take that with the gallon of salt that we usually recommend. Yeah, because for all we know, he could be dead in the bottom of Korea now.
In a ditch.
Yeah. So that is all I have, Howard. What were your recommendations? Were you about to say?
All you have.
That is all I have.
All right then. Right, I'm gonna Okay, so this is a channel that I found the other day. This has just been to pass the time. They're not long videos. So this guy is a guy who takes old footage and he uses algorithms essentially to improve very old footage.
Oh, wow.
So this is footage from a trip down the Market Street, April 14th, 1906, San Francisco.
Oh my god.
He obviously adds, I think he adds sound in post. And he's also coloured the image, you can see. And he has footage of like this across his channel. And I found myself just sitting there staring at it at like 2 o'clock in the morning, just like, oh, wow.
Sorry, what were you saying, Howard? Sorry, I was a bit engrossed in the clip. No, wow, oh my god. That's amazing.
But yeah, so if you like old footage, things, recolorations of old footage, he's done some fantastic upscaling, essentially. I will post the link to his channel for the credits, for the notes there.
They're even in 4K as well. That's really impressive.
Oh yeah. Like I've probably seen some better footage improvement, but that's from like major studios and stuff. Like this is just some guy.
He's very soothing to listen to as well, actually.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just some guy who's been setting up his own algorithms and stuff to improve footage, and it looks really nice and it's really interesting. It's a bit of a new channel, so hopefully he'll get more stuff down the line.
I would say that he will. I would say there's quite enough footage for him to go through. Don't you just love it when people are a lot smarter than you?
That's
God, one of my favourites.
I couldn't hope to do that in a million years. My other recommendation is one I didn't expect to be doing today, but for some reason it's just grabbed me. I've been really enjoying. I just kind of, when I'm like want to go to sleep or when I'm just relaxing in the living room and I'm not paying particular attention to anything, I like to put this person on. Quick link. It's a person who builds their own custom aquariums. It's a little bit... I'm not much of an ASMR person. I don't really understand ASMR. So it's not ASMR. It's not like... you won't hear like lots of like noises and ticks and stuff, but it's just very soothing to watch. Where they basically show you like the wildlife they're growing. They'll each video it'll show you them emptying out the tank and trimming things, refilling the tank.
It's a time lapse. I love a bit of time lapse.
Yeah, you'll see there's some bits of time lapse and then there's bits of footage where they're just filming, like, because this is an aquarium for fish and stuff. It looks like they're growing, well, in fact they're growing different plants, because you'll see they pull them out and go, this is this plant, this is that plant. But essentially this is for all, you can see all the little wildlife swimming around. But it's just very relaxing to watch.
I like all these soothing recommendations. I suppose this lends itself to sort of the JRPG, why sort of the more mundane stuff works, because it is kind of soothing and you don't have to completely think about what you're doing all the time.
Well, the thing about them as well is they tend to be very natural tanks as well. So you'll see down here at the bottom it says no filter, no CO2, no verts, no gallon, no nanotank. They're trying to keep it as a natural ecosystem as possible, which is why they're constantly building new tanks, testing different things, moving things around.
Yeah. 873 days they've been growing this one. I suppose it's a lot longer in the end.
Yeah, this is probably one of the latest videos. Their channel goes back quite a lot. If you want like relaxing content, there's a lot of it here. It's all aquariums, but it's very nice.
I mean, I've been sat here for a good 2 minutes, and I really haven't wanted to click off of it yet.
This is where it gets fun. This is some proper time lapse here.
Oh, they're eating the little eggplant.
Yeah, and you see all the little hello.
That's adorable. This is the kind of thing that makes me grateful for 4K cameras. And why I cannot wait to get a PlayStation 5 with 4K capabilities.
So yeah, so if you just need something to relax to, something to look at, then not paying much particular attention to, go to. In fact, I will put the link in the thing anyway. But it's Foo the Flower Horn. Is the channel
Foo
on
the Flower
YouTube.
Horn. That's a nice name.
And it's all aquarium content all day, every day.
Just what we asked for in this lockdown.
So yes,
And
very random
are those your
recommendations.
recommendations?
My other recommendation, which I didn't plan on doing, but I just remembered it, is for people who haven't watched it, go and watch Carl Sagan's Cosmos. There's plenty of playlists of all the episodes on YouTube. It's a documentary series from the 80s, but it's more of a personal voyage through science rather than just like here's a bunch of facts. It's kind of Carl Sagan's kind of philosophy of living your life as like a scientist. It doesn't matter whether you're a religious person or agnostic or atheistic. He kind of it's not about it's about science, but it's also about the personal voyage of a human like life and kind of existence and stuff. It's a very good watch, and I can't believe more people haven't seen it. So if you get a chance, go and watch it. It's only 10 episodes long, and it's very relaxing. It's yet another thing you can fall asleep to.
So, oh shit, maybe I should have got a lot of content to fall asleep to as well. Shit, we should have themed a sleep content episode.
Well, that's the theme of my content is you can stick this shit on and go to sleep.
Not this shit, just to confirm. But yeah, no, you could probably stick this shit on and fall asleep.
I know I do.
I was gone 30 minutes ago. Are those your recommendations, or do you want to add any more?
I can't think of anything else right now, so no.
So, my recommendations, I've got 4 for you this time, but one's just an individual video. The first one that I have is a video from a very popular YouTuber called CGP Grey, if you've ever heard of them, or heard of him, should I say. He does sort of... He sort of just takes a topic and just runs with it and explains it and does just sort of these sort of simply animated videos showing you different different things. I'm not explaining this very well, but the video in question is a video for anyone that has been left furloughed or God forbid lost their job or just essentially just stuck at home for long periods of time. It's a 10-minute video, and it puts the isolation experience into a more a cooler light. Basically, in the video you are somebody who has been shot off into space, and your mission is to just keep yourself occupied mentally and physically, and just how to sort of keep yourself ticking over while being in the same room for weeks and weeks on end. I won't go into exactly what the video is about. You'll have to watch it, because I really recommend it, even if you are just stuck at home while working at home, luckily as we are.
Yeah.
It's a very good video just to sort of go, shit, maybe I will just rearrange a few things, make a few little sections of my house available for certain things, just so I'm not really losing my mind, essentially.
Yeah, even without the video, just the title itself is a good analogy. It's like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, just imagine you're there. And
just imagine you're in a shuttle.
Yeah. Or just imagine you are the spaceship. Spaceship you.
Spaceship you. And honestly, it is a very good video. 10-minute. Or I think pretty much all of the videos that I'm going to recommend from here on out are 10 to 20 minutes. So, I highly recommend. If you don't watch any of the recommendations we ever show you, please just watch that one. I promise you it'll be worth the 10 minutes. So anyway, my next recommendation is FNG, football channel for any of you lads who are missing out on the football like me, not being able to watch it on TV or go to a match or anything like that because of the lockdown, which you shouldn't be upset at, because we're saving lives here. I mean,
what's
even
this
just
guy
watching
doing?
it,
Then is he just like going over watching old matches or something?
Well, he has quite a lot of content from before the whole lockdown situation. He is a Liverpool fan, just to preference to everyone. He is a Liverpool fan, so he's going to be a bit of an arrogant prick right now, but deservedly, I should suppose. He does this show called Football This Week, which I think has had to have slowed down because there's not really much football happening this week, or any weeks.
Or any weeks.
Yeah, it just consists of like news, clips of YouTube, drama outside involving players, non-league clips. It's just sort of like it's sort of like a TV show, a football TV show, just put on YouTube in 10-20 minute chunks.
I've got to say as well, for sports fans who are missing out on this sport, because it is one of the industries that has taken a massive slam. Now is the perfect time to watch the classic things that you never have time to watch. The classic matches, the classic wrestling matches, the classic fucking basketball, whatever you're into. There's a slew of classic content out there that you can improve your knowledge on your industry and everything.
Boxing matches are probably a really good one to watch as well.
Going back and watching old boxing matches is some of the most entertaining shit ever. And I'm not even a boxing fan, so I've got to say, like, now is the perfect time to dig out the videos, find them on the internet. If they're on some kind of subscription service, I know obviously the WWE makes it easy, but if they're on some kind of service where you can watch them, now's the perfect time to get into that. And possibly if you can find it and buy it, like with the WWE, maybe even support your industry while it's down.
Yeah, and a lot of industries have done, like, I know that, I think basketball, I know the Premier League have been hosting live streams of like players just playing the game variants.
Oh, I have seen some of those actually popping up, yeah.
And it's very cool. So, I mean, even if you're not into actual football and you like FIFA, he does sort of videos where he tests the limitations of FIFA. Like, he's had a video where he's had an invisible ball, putting every player as the same nationality, setting the best players as freelance, and just seeing where they go. It's sort of just a bit of a faff about on a video. Basically, just any little scenarios that you might think of. Maybe leave him a comment if you can think of one, I suppose. And that is my first one, FNG. My second one is, keeping with gaming, is ACG. They're not related at all. They are on the opposite sides of the planet, pretty much. But he does a series which I am a massive review nerd of games. So if a game comes out, I want to watch at least maybe 1 or 2 reviews before I even consider buying it, just because I like to look at it. Unfortunately, I don't have all the time and money in the world, so I have to sort of strategically buy video games. And he does it in sort of a way that's not a 1 to 10 scale or like a 1 to 5 scale. He does it buy, wait for sale, rent, or never touch. And he's done it on a plethora of games. Unfortunately, he didn't do it on Animal Crossing, which was one I was kind of looking forward to. But he's done like
I don't think people really need to know whether they're going to play it. I think by now Animal Crossing has a very clear, distinct line of people who play Animal Crossing and people who are like, the fuck is that?
And also the very small segment that I'm in is, I want Animal Crossing, but Nintendo Switch is really overpriced currently, and I will not pay for that. I will definitely buy it when it comes back down in price, because I'm a broke bitch. He's done games like Gears Tactics, Resident Evil 3, Half-Life Alyx, Doom Eternal, stuff like that. And he does a plethora of other videos. I didn't go through a hell of a lot of them, but I know that he's just got playlists and playlists of shit. Good content, not shit. He's also recently started doing one called 5 Games You May Have Missed. He did one for May, which is going to be a very interesting series to watch lately, especially because I suppose we've missed out on a lot of games having Animal Crossing on my feed fucking everywhere. I haven't even noticed that any other games have come out, so he may be a good resource for you for lockdown and past lockdown. Now, we're moving away from gaming forever now. Forever. Bye, take my word for it. I hate you. This is Emmy Made in Japan, if you've ever heard of her. She is quite a large channel. She She eats, makes recipes, tests out kitchen gadgets, and it's sort of just everything to do with food. She goes to, I know she goes to like sort of marketplaces and stuff like that, tries food, does all this other stuff. Just I'll give you just some examples of what she's done. I won't go too much into the content because I really suggest that you should watch this. It's very wholesome, and this is another very soothing content creator as well. She's eaten MREs, which are I do like a bit of soothing content. I wouldn't say that she's something to put you to sleep. I don't want to be that mean, but I could definitely just sit and like doze off while watching her because it's so soothing. I love you, Emmy. So she's eaten MREs, which are like meal ready to eat, the military rations from multiple countries. I don't know where she gets them from. She did gooey duck, which I to this day I don't know what it is. It looks like the leg of an animal, but I'm still not sure. So people go and research that one. She ate the Migos Popeye menu, which was just a big box of what the three would order, the rap group Migos, what they would order. For some reason, she makes recipes. She's made stuff like smooth bread, bubble tea, or boba tea. Yeah, it looks like Minecraft bread. She's made bubble tea or boba tea, as some people say it. Very interesting. I can't remember how it's made, but it's sort of like you get these little gelatin balls at the bottom and you have quite a large straw and you suck those up and you chew them as well. It's a weird sensation the first time you have it, trust me.
I was gonna say I do know about boba tea. I honestly not really interested in it. I don't understand why. I suppose it's a nice sweet thing, but I'm like,
Yeah, it's a bit too sweet. I'm yet to find a flavour that really hits me proper. She's made edible towels, dandelion jelly, and one of her most popular video is a raindrop cake. And last but not least, she tests out kitchen gadgets, as I said. She's done like electric lunchboxes and stuff like that, which are very good video. Probably more.
She's been around for like 5 years. Okay,
she's been around.
There's plenty of content there.
A real long time, and she uploads daily. So she's been going. There's so many videos. So there's so many videos with all three of these creators, to be honest, and CGP Grey. They've got so many videos. She tested an electric lunchbox, which looked really good, probably more pre-lockdown because it was really good for work, but maybe they'll be on the cheap now, so keep an eye out. She used an old pasta maker and stuff like that, and just overall.
I'm incredibly interested in the smooth bread. I may have clicked on.
Yeah, check out the smooth bread.
I don't necessarily. I just need to see a better picture than the thumbnail. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's very weird.
It's like Minecraft bread, basically.
That's so
and it
weird.
Looks like jelly.
It does.
It looks more like jelly than bread.
I've got to say, the Japanese do like their gelatin-based things.
So do I. Sorry. She's tested like pasta makers from like years and years ago, and and that's pretty much my recommendation. I think that's all we've got for this week, isn't it, Howard? Do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't. Not for these fuckers.
Very nice. Well, as I say, that shall do it for this episode. You can check out all the links to everything that we've talked about at cluelessinter.net. You can follow us over on Twitter at cluelessnet. You can email us at podcast@cluelessinter.net. There's a lot of .nets. I'll be streaming between about 6 and 7 p.m. GMT. I'll start about then. I don't know when. I'll probably go on for like an hour or two. At twitch.tv/cluelessinternet. I'm currently playing Resident Evil 4 and shitting myself.
And I shall try to be there.
Yes, and so shall I.
No, I made it last time. I made it. I did.
Yes, true. Very true. And we'll be back next episode. Where hopefully it will be a regular episode, but it probably won't be. It will probably be 18.6. So,
but then again, you never know with these lockdown loosenings. We shall see. We shall see.
Very true. I can't wait until everyone can just be together and spread it all as one. So yeah, thank you for listening, and we will be back next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.